Welcome to channel Learn English. In today's video, we will learn 100 super short commands that are frequently used in everyday life. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest videos from my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Let's begin.
Could you please provide a list of required materials?
Could you please provide a list of required materials?
I'm looking forward to the new team member joining us.
I'm looking forward to the new team member joining us.
I'll follow up with you once I have the final numbers.
I'll follow up with you once I have the final numbers.
I'm looking forward to finalizing the project details.
I'm looking forward to finalizing the project details.
I'm looking forward to receiving the revised document.
I'm looking forward to receiving the revised document.
I'll follow up with the updated financial projections.
I'll follow up with the updated financial projections.
I'll follow up with the final version of the document.
I'll follow up with the final version of the document.
Could you please provide an estimated completion date?
Could you please provide an estimated completion date?
I'm looking forward to the outcome of the negotiation.
I'm looking forward to the outcome of the negotiation.
I'll follow up with the final version of the proposal.
I'll follow up with the final version of the proposal.
Have you had any career highlights or accomplishments?
Have you had any career highlights or accomplishments?
Please leave your cell phone number and email address.
Please leave your cell phone number and email address.
The teacher is passing out homeworks for his students.
The teacher is passing out homeworks for his students.
Can you speak slower? I don't understand English well.
Can you speak slower? I don't understand English well.
You can find many types of restaurants, food stall on.
You can find many types of restaurants food stall on.
Is there anything specific you'd like assistance with?
Is there anything specific you'd like assistance with?
I was angry and I didn't think about what I was doing.
I was angry and I didn't think about what I was doing.
I wouldn't be too surprised if this song became a hit.
I wouldn't be too surprised if this song became a hit.
Their contract is to run out at the end of this month.
Their contract is to run out at the end of this month.
Make sure to turn off all the lights before going out.
Make sure to turn off all the lights before going out.
The show is very interesting. You should have seen it.
The show is very interesting. You should have seen it.
Were you able to do everything you wanted to get done?
Were you able to do everything you wanted to get done?
You continue making the same mistakes time after time.
You continue making the same mistakes time after time.
With your approval, I would like to offer him the job.
With your approval, I would like to offer him the job.
My husband reads the newspaper while eating breakfast.
My husband reads the newspaper while eating breakfast.
I'm going to run a couple of errands. Wanna tag along?
I'm going to run a couple of errands. Wanna tag along?
The bus is full. You'll have to wait for the next one.
The bus is full. You'll have to wait for the next one.
A foreign language cannot be mastered in a year or so.
A foreign language cannot be mastered in a year or so.
I enjoy my job at the shop and the people I work with.
I enjoy my job at the shop and the people I work with.
Can I take you out for a romantic dinner by the ocean?
Can I take you out for a romantic dinner by the ocean?
I'm exhausted from work and need a good night's sleep.
I'm exhausted from work and need a good night's sleep.
Let's aim to keep the business appointment to an hour.
Let's aim to keep the business appointment to an hour.
Can you recommend a good body wash for sensitive skin?
Can you recommend a good body wash for sensitive skin?
Is there anything you'd like to change about your job?
Is there anything you'd like to change about your job?
Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from others.
Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from others.
Can you tell me how to get to the nearest gas station?
Can you tell me how to get to the nearest gas station?
Can you split the check evenly between the four of us?
Can you split the check evenly between the four of us?
Use an equalizer to adjust your sound system settings.
Use an equalizer to adjust your sound system settings.
I'm not sure what to order. Can you suggest something?
I'm not sure what to order. Can you suggest something?
I'll have the pasta carbonara and a glass of red wine.
I'll have the pasta carbonara and a glass of red wine.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the cinema?
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the cinema?
I am continually impressed by the results you produce.
I am continually impressed by the results you produce.
This is such a nice surprise. Thanks so much for this.
This is such a nice surprise. Thanks so much for this.
Wow! How awesome is that? I was completely surprised.
Wow! How awesome is that? I was completely surprised.
Do you love buying souvenirs as gifts for your family?
Do you love buying souvenirs as gifts for your family?
Would you like a special ticket or an economic ticket?
Would you like a special ticket or an economic ticket?
I'd like to deposit amount of money into my account.
I'd like to deposit amount of money into my account.
I need it for my study. I have a plan to study abroad.
I need it for my study. I have a plan to study abroad.
I would like to know the current annual interest rate.
I would like to know the current annual interest rate.
I'm sorry I was out when you called me the other day.
I am sorry I was out when you called me the other day.
What do you think about Vietnam and Vietnamese people?
What do you think about Vietnam and Vietnamese people?
Have a spectacular weekend and don't forget to smile.
Have a spectacular weekend and don't forget to smile.
Have you ever stayed up all night for the final exams?
Have you ever stayed up all night for the final exams?
What color dress, shirt, pants are you looking for?
What color dress, shirt, pants are you looking for?
Would you like to meet again next week? This Saturday?
Would you like to meet again next week or this Saturday?
I could have come by auto. But who'd pay the fare?
I could have come by auto, but who would pay the fare?
You are supposed to complete the work by this evening.
You are supposed to complete the work by this evening.
Do you like being a kid or do you want to be an adult?
Do you like being a kid or do you want to be an adult?
I wouldn't say I mastered, but I can play pretty well.
I wouldn't say I master, but I can play pretty well.
The doctor suggested I eat more fruits and vegetables.
The doctor suggested I eat more fruits and vegetables.
You speak too quickly for me to understand thoroughly.
You speak too quickly for me to understand thoroughly.
When she needed advice, she turned to her best friend.
When she needed advice, she turned to her best friend.
The new CEO plans to take over the company next month.
The new CEO plans to take over the company next month.
How do you stay up to date on current events and news?
How do you stay up to date on current events and news?
What is your favorite form of self-expression and why?
What is your favorite form of self-expression and why?
This big gate is disproportionate to the small garden.
This big gate is disproportionate to the small garden.
There are many kinds of animals inside this enclosure.
There are many kinds of animals inside this enclosure.
Are you going to come to the conference in California?
Are you going to come to the conference in California?
Do you think robots will replace humans in the future?
Do you think robots will replace humans in the future?
The prize was divided among the top 3 contestants.
The prize was divided among the top 3 contestants.
Luckily, he held on to a giant tree and waited for help.
Luckily, he held onto a giant tree and waited for help.
Be careful not to make the same kinds of mistake again.
Be careful not to make the same kinds of mistake again.
Don't mention it. Equals you're welcome equals that's all right.
Don't mention it. Equals you're welcome equals that's all right.
The foreign executives visited the manufacturing plant.
The foreign executives visited the manufacturing plant.
She's a great singer and she's also a talented actress.
She's a great singer and she's also a talented actress.
Finishing the report by tomorrow is next to impossible.
Finishing the report by tomorrow is next to impossible.
I felt so sleepy that I could hardly keep my eyes open.
I felt so sleepy that I could hardly keep my eyes open.
You're old enough to know better than to act like that.
You're old enough to know better than to act like that.
Can you recommend any exercises to improve flexibility?
Can you recommend any exercises to improve flexibility?
Are you interested in checking out that new restaurant?
Are you interested in checking out that new restaurant?
The city is hosting a free music festival next weekend.
The city is hosting a free music festival next weekend.
I went to a technical school for my associate's degree.
I went to a technical school for my associate's degree.
How's your progress in learning to play an instrument?
How's your progress in learning to play an instrument?
How's your progress in reducing your carbon footprint?
How's your progress in reducing your carbon footprint?
Have you explored any new museums or galleries lately?
Have you explored any new museums or galleries lately?
How's your progress in learning about time management?
How's your progress in learning about time management?
What do you suggest I should do to improve my English?
What do you suggest I should do to improve my English?
How long should I wait before eating after exercising?
How long should I wait before eating after exercising?
How heavy is the fruit you carry home from the market?
How heavy is the fruit you carry home from the market?
What's your favorite way to unwind after a hectic day?
What's your favorite way to unwind after a hectic day?
Had they heard the news before they saw the newspaper?
Had they heard the news before they saw the newspaper?
What's the most interesting place you've ever visited?
What's the most interesting place you've ever visited?
Can you play a musical instrument, and if so, which one?
Can you play a musical instrument, and if so, which one?
Have you ever seen a wild animal in your neighborhood?
Have you ever seen a wild animal in your neighborhood?
Those tools are too sharp. They're only for grown-ups.
Those tools are too sharp. They're only for grown-ups.
Did you find what you were looking for at the gallery?
Did you find what you were looking for at the gallery?
She lost her winning lottery ticket. It can't be true.
She lost her winning lottery ticket. It can't be true.
What's the best piece of advice your parents gave you?
What's the best piece of advice your parents gave you?
Do you prefer traveling alone or joining a group tour?
Do you prefer traveling alone or joining a group tour?
Have you picked up any hobbies apart from photography?
Have you picked up any hobbies apart from photography?
Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest videos from my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and share on YouTube channel for your family, friends, and relatives. Thank you for following and supporting me. Wishing you always joy, happiness, and success.